Hello everybody, it's happy to have you present and enjoy in the webinar. Especially I represent our company to send a special thank to the commercial council to set your time for joining with us today. And I also welcome and thank all attendants for being present today. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Phương from WAKAMONO Corporation in Vietnam. Today, I'm very happy to be a host of our company webinar, the WAKAMONO Mask, the world's first anti-coronavirus mask. And this is the open mic Q&A webinar. Therefore, please feel free to let me ask now your question in the Q&A at the final part of our program today. To hold the following part, I would like to invite Miss Miale as a main speaker to give a full presentation on the webinar today, please.
Thank you very much, Ms. Moon. And so, hello everyone. My name is Lee, and today I will give a full presentation as a main speaker. So now I will give a brief introduction about our company. The WAKAMONO Corporation has established for more than 10 years in 2010, and we have created more than 200 formulas and patents, which successfully applied to 250 products. And especially, we have made the cooperation with more than 100 businesses. So through many years, we are proud to be as a cyclic global nanotechnology that creates widely innovative material and product range in multiple fields of medical device, food, cosmetic, healthcare, pharmaceutical, and etc. And in particular, we focus on the discovery, development, and manufacture of nanomaterial primarily for the medical device. So that's why in 2020, the WAKAMONO Corporation has adopted a new vision statement, being a justice leader in changing the better health outcome for society. And to make it come true, we offer its customer the medical and healthcare products with that specific their needs and showing up to serve with the latest scientific advancement and technology to improve and extend life. And especially we will try to gain the customer trust is our mission. So that's all about the company profile, and then we'll move to the next part. So as you may know, during the COVID-19 pandemic, it had become the global pandemic which has the detrimental effect on the people's lives such as health or economy. And in particular, the report of the confirmed case or death case has updated every single day and becoming an alarming issue in the world. So that's why the fighting on, so as you can see that there have been more than 40 million confirmed cases of COVID-19 and including more than 1 million death cases that updated and reported by WHO currently. And so that's why the fighting on the solution for coping with the COVID-19 pandemic has become deeply urgent. And whereas the surgical or the medical face mask has been taken into consideration as one of a solution for the pandemic. However, it still has existing limitation that I will focus, that we discuss more detail in the following part. And from that, the WAKAMONO Corporation has launched the innovative WAKAMONO Mask with proven tests effective against coronavirus up to 99% to give the high protection to people during the pandemic. And so now I will show you how WAKAMONO Mask makes difference among the typical one to be as one of the world's first anti-coronavirus masks. And so generally, we have divided into two main parts, including the brief introduction about the WAKAMONO mask, the features and benefits that we will focus on is antiviral and antibacterial properties, the biosafety of the product, and the proven standard or certification that performed by the prestigious global laboratories all around the world. So let's move on. The first one is the introduction of the WAKAMONO mask. So during the pandemic, the professional from WAKAMONO Corporation made the import to find and research the WAKAMONO mask applying the nanobiotech to perform the proven effective against coronavirus up to 99%, and that provide an essential protective device for to people who can be the clinician, the patient, or even the general population at a high level of safety and protection against the risk of infection, particularly the COVID-19 pandemic as well. So therefore, the key that make our mask, the WAKAMONO mask, different it has become one of the world's first anti-coronavirus mask with proven test result at 99%, and plus it had got both FDA certification, compliance with ASTM standard, and CE certification, compliance with EN 14683 standard. And the WAKAMONO mask has stated proven for high efficiency against not only against virus but also the bacteria and other microorganisms to perform both antiviral activity and antibacterial activity greater than 99%. In addition, the product has some prestigious certification which are the FDA, CE, or biosafety compliant with its distinctive standard, and the result are proven by global laboratories. So now I will let's discuss more detail about the feature and benefits of the WAKAMONO mask. So in fact, the surgical or medical mask is given the recommendation to prevent the spread of infection during the pandemic. However, according to WHO, the face mask is not enough to protect people from contracting infection. And it can be understandable with the existing limitation of the typical face mask that I have mentioned above. And from that, to provide the effective solution, the professional from WAKAMONO Corporation has a providing two disadvantages from the typical face mask, and now I will show you its disadvantage. So in the first issue, the mask are often tested with the PFE, known as the particle filtration efficiency, for 0.3 microns, while the coronavirus size is just molar average about 0.05 to 0.2 microns. So therefore, they do not have the ability to completely trap the virus. So that's to cut this, the WAKAMONO mask contains the G-side fabric layer, which processes the effect of capturing the pathogens and the activate infectious virus and bacteria. And for the second issue, the typical one just protect the wearers at the filtration level by only trapping the virus on the surface. And according to the research, the coronavirus can last up to 7 days on the surface of disposable face mask. And so that's why the pathogen are trapped in the mask are still alive, and the individuals can exposure to infection by accidentally touch the surface of the mask. So hence with the proven tests against coronavirus up to 99%, the WAKAMONO Mask can completely inactivate the virus and bacteria once they are trapped on the surface of the mask to avoid effectively their longer survival on the surface. So as you can see that here is the pyramid for the evaluation of microorganisms from the least to the high resistance to microbiocides, such as the envelope virus for low levels of resistance, including the SARS-CoV-2 or H1N1, and etc., on an envelope virus like poliovirus type 1. And particularly, the WAKAMONO Mask has tested effective directly not only against the envelope virus, including SARS-CoV-2 and H1N1 influenza virus up to 99%, but also the non-envelope virus like poliovirus type 1 for the effectiveness greater than 90%. So therefore, the WAKAMONO Mask creates the dominant benefit about its antiviral activity with high efficiencies up to 99% according to the standard ISO 18184 and specifically the coronavirus like SARS-CoV-2 for 99.99%, human coronavirus for 99.31%, and the others such as influenza virus H1N1 for 99.45% and 90.58% for poliovirus 1, and especially up to 99.99% for bacteria according to the standard IATCC 100. And to make clear about the mechanism of antiviral and antibacterial activity of WAKAMONO Mask, the mask have possessed the dual effect, the filtration and antivirus activity. For the filtration, the mask are capable to filter most the viral particles, and for the antivirus activity, it will be performed by the red landing to the mask will activate the G side component, which kill the virus, and then the virus can not infect the medical staff, also the patient who use our mask are far less infectious. So to assure about the safety of the product, we have got the biosafety certified by the independent laboratory in the USA that according to its distinctive standard. And moreover, our product also met the standards for medical masks and is at the highest level 3 of ASTM F2100 and type 2R for EN14683 to get the FDA and CE certification for the product. And so the point here that all tests of WAKAMONO Mask are performed and certified by independent laboratories in the world like the TUV laboratory, the Veritas, the SGS, Pacific Biolabs, Eurofin, and so many. So that's why therefore the WAKAMONO Mask could be applied as a strategy having against the current threat of the COVID-19 pandemic. And this is also the end of our presentation. And thank you very much for your attention and listening. So we will go on to the Q&A part. Please let me know if you have any questions, please. And these are the email of our company and the website that you can feel to contact for the detailed information about our mask.
Hello,
Okay, please.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you really.
Yeah, I have a question for you. Your product have already sold?
Can you repeat again your question?
Your product already sold, right?
Yes, our product.
In which yeah, what country?
Mm, Actually, we have already shown our product in some Europe country like Portugal, the Italy, the and or Australia, and so many.
Uh, what from business are you run in these countries?
Can you make clear about your question, please?
And do you run? Do you send run the business by your distributor or your run
Yeah,
by yourself?
yeah, I see. So actually, we have our own factory, and we also have sold the product to our distributor into many Europe country that I have mentioned before.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
Hello,
Yeah.
uh, I have some question for you. Please answer for me. What is your product capacity? How many masks you production for per day?
Yeah. Thank you for your question. Um, our products is a mask that have ability that have become one of the world's first anticoronavirus because we have the test result proven effective against the coronavirus up to 99%. And about the capacity, we have we have our own factory, so we can produce up to 10 million per day, and we
Million.
can up to the greater the huge number, and that according about the requirement of the customer.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I come from 3 piece, and then have some question for you. Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. I have some question for you,
Do you hear me?
and yeah, I can hear you. Not
Yeah.
really.
Not really.
Um.
Yeah, I will repeat. Can you hear me?
Okay. Okay. Yes, I hear.
Do you have any question?
How many layer in your surgical mask?
So in our mask, we have four layers: the filter layer and the key style layer. We can deactivate the coronavirus as once they sharp on the surface of the mask.
Yes.
Do you have any other question? Just feel free to answer, and I will be to ask me, and I will answer them.
Sorry, I can hear. Can you repeat?
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Can you repeat the answer?
Yeah, I will repeat my answer. That our mask has four layers that contain the filter layers and the G-side layer, and especially in the G-side layer, it is the main layer that can deactivate the virus as the once they are trapped on the surface of the mask. So that's why we can cope with the issue of the typical one because the coronavirus can survive up to 7 days on the surface of the disposable face mask. But thanks to the G-side layer, we can deactivate together and together with the filtration the virus as one they are trapped on the surface.
And what quality standard does your surgical mask meet?
Yeah. Actually, there are two prevalent standard in the world are the ASTM F2100 and as the USA standard, and the EN146A3 as the Europe standard for import the standard for the medical mask, and especially for example, for the standard ASTM F2100, it has three levels, the level 1, level 2, and level 3, and we have decided the highest level for the level 3. And similarly, for the standard EN146A3, we also decided the highest level, the top 2 are. So our mask can not only against effective to the coronavirus up to 90%, but plus it has got the highest level for both the USA standard and the Europe standard to got the FDA and CE certification. Do you satisfied with my answer?
Okay, thank you very much.
So, anybody have a question?